You're listening to the Betoota Advocate's weekly news wrap on Desert Rock FM 96.5.
Hello and welcome to the weekly Betoota News Bulletin, the end of another week. It's been a great week up here in town, a lovely winter week, lots of sun, not too cold and not much of the rain, so it's been quite pleasant. You'll notice that my voice is coming to you first up. Once again, Clancy and Errol are away on business, so it is myself, Wendell, Hussey and Effie Bateman in the booth to wrap up what's been happening over the last few days. Effie, how are you?
I'm doing really well, Wendell. Looking forward to the weekend.
Yep, bottomless brunch, you were telling me you've got on tomorrow, so I look forward to seeing the state you are in come Monday morning. Now, we'll get into the news wrap. There's been plenty happening this week, and we'll start off on the power crisis. One of the big stories we wrote about this had a headline that reads, "Surprise, surprise, new communist government asks the peasants to limit their power use." Tell us about this one, Effie.
Yeah, so just weeks after storming to power, Australia's new President for Life, Anthony Albanese, and his Energy General, Chris Bowen, have put energy consumers on notice. So speaking to state media this morning, the communist government is asking us peasants to limit their energy use as the nation's infrastructure begins to buckle under the pressure.
Yeah, that's right. They explain there will be repercussions for producers and peasants who flippantly use power during this crisis period. And as the crisis continued to deepen, they have now stormed the Energy Market Operator building to claim back control of the power grid. They've raised the flag there. A man climbed to the top of the building and has planted the Labor Party flag on there. So they've seized control. I don't know, maybe if that means that the power generated by our own nation is available for people within our own nation to use, maybe that's a good thing, whether it's communist or not. But it's been quite a week. Now, we did have a comment on that story from Shannon Knowles.
Any relation to Beyonce?
I'm not sure. I think he's got a K. Yeah, that is Beyonce. Not sure. Could be a relation, a distant cousin over here in the Channel Country. But he said the national energy grid has already degraded to third world status after less than a month of Labor being in power. How could the Australian people let themselves be fooled? I think he's referencing the it won't be easy under Albanese stuff we heard all about before the last election campaign. But anyway, one of the other big talking points this week has been the cost of lettuce. Effie, what was the story we had about that one?
Yes, so as lettuce prices continue to rise, with even some places, alleged with a $20 lettuce, there's been Operation Iceberg as Queensland Police arrest 39 men in relation to a major lettuce trafficking syndicate.
Yeah, this is big crime news out of the state this week. Queensland Police have charged a highly sophisticated organisation of people with black market grocery offences, including cultivating and trafficking commercial quantities of lettuce. Police say there were $400 million worth of lettuces seized in this statewide raid this week, and it's one of the biggest in Queensland history.
This comes as a growing number of working Australian families are forced to engage with the underworld in an effort to keep up with the unsustainable cost of living, with illegal motorcycle gangs filling the void left by overpriced supermarkets.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they really have cut the head off the snake here or whether the underworld trafficking of lettuce just continues. But most of these people who have been arrested will appear in court over the next few weeks, where they will answer for their crimes of undercutting the powerful grocery cartels that dictate prices on shelves without any consideration given to the cost of living. Anyway, what's up next?
And up next, a finance peak who withdraws $300 at 11 p.m. every Friday reckons this minimum wage increase is reckless.
Yes, that's right. One of the nation's greatest economic minds has offered his dad's opinion on the $1 an hour raise to the minimum wage that we saw this week. Betoota Grove's Alexander Silverspoon has revealed that the move from the Fair Work Commission was one of the stupidest decisions he's ever seen.
Yes, a 29-year-old says anyone who knows the slightest thing about economics can tell you that this was the wrong move, as all it's going to do is cause inflation to spiral. It's a reckless decision from a reckless government, reckons the man who does an ATM trip to withdraw large amounts of cash every weekend and has no dramas dropping $100 on a cab ride home.
Yes, but he did go to a Sandstone University and has a dad who made quite a bit of money, so he knows all about these things. Now, in sports news to round out the week, Australians have revealed that they are going to make an effort to call it football for at least the next 6 to 12 months.
Yes, after a sensational morning in Qatar, the nation of Australia has now promised to be on their best behaviour. Given the heroics of the Grey Wiggle in goals, plenty of more traditional football fans have agreed to play nice for the near future.
Yes, even though the national team is called the Socceroos, the national football team, it's called the Socceroos, there's been an agreement to give the World Game the credit it gets elsewhere around the world. As Cameron Cherry, a reserve grade prop for the Betoota Dolphins Rugby League Club, who considers that the real football, he's made the acknowledgement that, look, this isn't real football, but I'll indulge it for the next little bit. Okay, that's what he said. And I think it helps, given that the rugby league season will be finished and then we'll have that World Cup, because that's kicking off around November. So, there's a bit of a break there, cricket, and this football can replace the real football for the next little bit. So, fair enough, something to keep an eye on. But those were the biggest stories this week. So we hope you enjoyed our wrap-up, and you'll be back again next week. And we'll talk to you then. See you, bye.
See you later.